So before I answer that question, I just want to applaud the fact that you are actively working on your communication skills and the fact that you go back and listen to or watch your previous podcasts, as painful as that is for most of us
I
to
know.
listen and watch ourselves, it is a wonderful tool. And I
Thank you.
do it as well, and I've been doing it for so long that it doesn't bother me as much, but it's a great way to learn. And I tell everybody when if you there's any recording you have of yourself communicating, watch it in three different ways. Watch it without listening, listen
Mhm.
without watching, and then combine the two, and you will notice different things and celebrate the successes, not just fixate on the things you want to fix. So the
That's
fact you're
great.
doing that is great, and part
Thank
of that answers your next question. uh, I believe everybody can get better at communication, and I think particularly young children can be encouraged to focus on their communication. The fact is, they're communicating all the time. You know, more and more everybody has a device in their hand. It's helping kids to understand the value of good, clear communication. So, a few things I would suggest. One, parents can role model good communication. My wife and I consciously made the choice to have a lot of our inner conversations, the private conversations we would have in public. So when we're deciding where we should go to dinner or where we should take a trip, we try to do that in public, or when our kids were younger, in front of them, so they could see what deliberation, what collaboration, what negotiation looks like. So one thing is we need to take time to model it for our kids. Second, we need to comment on it, both positive and negative. So, for example, if your kid does something well in their communication, pause and say, "Hey, I was really impressed how you explained that to your younger brother. That was really interesting. I never thought of doing it that way." So that they understand that there's value in how we communicate something. Then we need to get them to see more broadly differences and begin to develop appreciation for different ways. So when my kids were younger and people found out what I did, I was often asked in at the elementary schools and even middle schools around our area to give talks, and I love doing that. I taught high school for 2 years, decades ago, so I love working with kids. And what I would do with younger kids is I would say, think about your teachers. I mean, all kids, at least of the ones I was working with, have had multiple teachers. And I'm saying, think about your teachers. Think about something really hard that they taught you. How did they do that? How did they help you learn that? And kids are actually very perceptive. They'll say, oh, they played a game, or they repeated themselves, or they defined words. So all of a sudden, you help the kids understand through an analogy, teaching, they as students, the teachers as communicators, and they begin to see it. So it's about modeling, it's about reinforcing positive communication, and it's about helping kids to begin to understand how communication can be used to help get their points across.